Welcome back to This is VANCOLOUR. If you celebrated Halloween, you've already landed on your costume. But did your spooky suit slay? Or was your garbed attire garbage and tired? Here to share her insights, she recently graced the cover of Vancouver magazine, a performer, activist, model, and my favorite contestant on Canada's Drag Race, Kendall Gender. And this conversation is brought to you by Pacific Sands Beach Resort in Tofino. Laid-back luxury, as beachfront as it gets.
Ooh, I actually love that hotel.
It's really nice.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I have stayed there before.
So, Kendall, you are like a master at costumes. I've seen you as Toy Story's Woody, as Space Jam's Lola Bunny. What is the secret to nail the perfect costume, or let's just say specifically Halloween costume?
You know, it's so funny. I think as a drag performer, we sort of almost celebrate Halloween every day of the year. So for me, there's like extra pressure around Halloween because I feel like I can't just go as a pretty girl like I do every other day of the year. So yeah, I feel like the secret to nailing it is just sort of like stepping outside of your comfort zone, whatever that looks like for you.
Okay.
You know? So for me, it's sort of like pushing my artistry to a whole other level, so I look completely different than I normally do.
So I'm going to take a guess. This is either Madonna or Bride of Chucky.
Okay, Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
Yes, but you're not wrong on the Madonna because pieces of it are actually from my Like a Virgin Madonna costume.
Okay, there you go.
So you kind of clocked it. Yeah.
Right.
But it is supposed to be Bride of Chucky. Yes.
Well, you look fantastic, but I
you.
heard that you have multiple Halloween costumes this year.
I do. I actually went a little harder this year than I think I have in the past for some reason. This is costume 3 of 4.
Oh,
yeah.
What are the other costumes?
So I've done a costume from The Substance, that new movie with Demi Moore.
Okay, yeah.
And
love it. Very trendy.
Yes, very, very, very cool. So I did like the older version of her with like full prosthetics and everything. And I did this really cool video with Venus, the winner of Canada's Drag Race. And I was like the old version and she was the like young version.
Love it. Okay.
So we did that. And then I also did like a she-devil, if you will, where I painted all my skin red and wore like a devil costume. And then today is Bride of Chucky. And then I have one more costume on actual Halloween, which I'm going to get to do out of drag. So I'm just going to be a boxer boy.
Okay, fantastic. So there's this mix of like pop culture stuff, but then like just general costumes as well.
Totally. I think for me, the reason why I fell in love with drag is it was so based on the art of impersonation.
Right.
And that's really what I like to do in my like drag artistry just in general. So that kind of falls within for Halloween as well.
So what advice do you have for someone to nail the perfect Halloween costume? Should they be looking at something that's trendy, or should it be like creative that no one else is doing? What philosophy do you have?
Ooh, I just I don't necessarily know if there's a rule book for Halloween. I think you can kind of follow whatever your heart desires. I do think that with like the trendy stuff, you do end up seeing a lot of the same costumes over and over again. I think that we're seeing like this year a lot of stuff from The Substance, obviously, a lot of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders because of that documentary. Last year we saw a lot of Barbies. So there's kind of like usually a trending thing, which I think can be fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do people go wrong though?
In costumes?
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like something we should probably avoid just in general is anything along the lines of like cultural appropriation.
Makes
I think
sense.
that territory can be just very harmful in general. I think that there's so many, racialized things or community-based things, cultural things that just like shouldn't fall within a category of costuming. And there's certain times where like you could be out and if someone's dressed as a costume and really making like a mockery of something that you hold very sacred to yourself, it can just be, I don't know, it's Halloween's supposed to be fun, and that sort of that takes a little bit of the fun out of it, and I just think it can be harmful.
Yeah, I think that's such great advice. Now, in all of your costumes, do you have a favorite one, like one favorite one that you were like perfect party or perfect night, perfect costume?
Ooh, I do think the costume that I did on Saturday where I was like a she-devil was really, really cool. And I think it was just like well done.
Yeah.
Or do you mean from in general of my whole life?
In general, in your whole life.
Oh my gosh. What was my favorite Halloween costume I ever did? Honestly, probably when I was really, really, really young, I was like in the 2nd grade or something, I dressed up as Posh Spice. And it was probably one of the first times I ever like got into drag, if you will. And I remember I wore my mom's like blue trench coat and I tied it really tight. And I had this little like black wig on and I was living.
I love it so much. Now, Do you like my costume?
I do, if you tell me what you are.
See, I'm a mushroom because I'm a fun guy.
Okay.
Get it?
I see it. I see it.
Puns.
I see it.
You're all about puns.
I am. I do love a good pun. I do love a good pun.
Kendall, a pleasure to chat with you tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Happy Halloween.
Folks, she's a host, model, LGBTQ activist, and bona fide drag sensation, Kendall Gender. Thank you so much to Pacific Sands Beach Resort in Tofino for supporting local conversations with some of our most colorful local personalities. Now, after some business, Spider-Man himself insulted all of Canada. Local icon Fiona Forbes isn't having it. She's up next.